Peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Shango, coming back with another spiritual message. Hope everything is well with y'all. Hope you're having a good day. If not, I hope the rest of your day get better. But I got a spiritual message, so I'm gonna get straight into it. So this one is gonna be titled, "Most Moguls Aren't Millionaires and Billionaires for the Reasons That You Think." Most moguls aren't millionaires and billionaires for the reasons that you think. What am I talking about? As usual, I'm gonna explain. Alright, so of course we know it's a bunch of stuff going on in the media with the entertainment business. Just a bunch of exposure is happening, a bunch of stories is coming out, and just to sum it up, overall wickedness. There's just a lot of wickedness and a lot of evil doing, and just a lot of corruption that's being exposed right now. And it's nothing new, as we all know. This has been happening since the beginning of time. Since we known it. So this is nothing new. But I'm making this video because I've noticed this for a while. I don't know if it's some people that I know did notice this, but I don't think majority really does, because they get caught up in the storyline and the headlines when we're looking at people in not just the entertainment business, but people that just own a lot of things overall, that own corporations, franchises, enterprises. When we start getting into those type words, franchises and stuff like that, it's so much that is layered when we talk about the people that own these type of things. And we don't realize that a lot of these people aren't. See, they promote it as, they're doing that, they get into the millions and the billions for financial freedom and all this other stuff, and it sounds great, especially to the kids and everybody else that's watching them and that's, inspired by them, and they want to be like them when it comes to those things. But a lot of times, it's really not because of that. A lot of times, it's not financial freedom that they say it is for when they say they're trying to have generational wealth for their kids, for generations beyond them. The whole story of that, generational wealth, and they want to have financial freedom for their family, for when they're not there, all that good stuff. It sounds good. But action-wise, it doesn't add up to the actions and the morals and the values and the principles that these people claim to have. It doesn't add up. So there's a difference, and that's what I want to point out, between financial freedom and financial control. A lot of these people are promoting like they want financial freedom for others and their family and stuff like that when they're getting these millions and they're buying up, all these franchises and have these enterprises and corporations and different things, and they own a bunch of stuff. Because if you don't know, a lot of the stuff that's ran by people in this world is owned by the same companies. It just be different umbrellas under, in different branches under those, under those things. It'd be by the same person once you really do your research, same companies and same people and stuff. So I'm saying that to show that a lot of times it comes off and looks like what they're talking about is financial freedom, but a lot of times they're really doing it for financial control. And when I say financial control, because I could get confused, that it's like, well, ain't that the same as financial freedom? So you can have control, and as far as if you need to do something financially for yourself or your family and stuff, you have the means to do it. No, it's different. When I say financial control, I mean these people are buying up everything and taking control of different franchises and companies and enterprises because they want control. And when I say control, I mean that they want to be able to have power over people, dominion over people. And this is why I brought up the aspect of the entertainment business in the beginning of the video when I said most moguls, because we see that the most with them. And it's not just them, because we done heard about the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, all different people. And this is what I mean by control. See, if you listen to them, they explain it as if they're trying to have generational wealth, financial freedom, all that good stuff. It sounds good. But that's not what they're doing. They actually want financial control. When I say control, that means that they want to control everything so that nobody else has a say-so in any type of power dynamic. So what does that lead to? When you have financial control like that, that means this is where we bring in bribery. This is where we bring in manipulation. And that's where you bring in all of those things. And this is where you bring in, what's the other word besides bribery? manipulation, blackmail. Thank you, God. That's the other word. That's when you bring in those three words: robbery, manipulation, and blackmail. Because if you don't notice, and especially with the people that's in the media right now, as far as like a Diddy, or even when you talk about like a Jay-Z and stuff like that, we think about financial freedom, we think about black excellence, generational wealth, billionaires, all that stuff. And I'm only bringing those two up because those are the two main people that's at the forefront of the entertainment business that people pay attention to the most. There's plenty more, but I'm just using that as an example to show you. I pay attention to people's actions. I don't pay attention to their words. So when those two dudes, and it's not just them, there's other people too. I bring up Rockefellers, Rothschilds, and there's so many other people in power that do this. They make it seem as if they're doing it for this and financial freedom and to promote inspiration and stuff like that to people that look like them. But when you watch their actions and what they do to people with that type of financial freedom that they have, they are doing financial control. And when I say that, I mean that they are using it where they done bribe people plenty of times to be on their side and for people not to go against them. Because if you didn't notice, when it comes to those two dudes, people are scared to say certain things about them because they know the power that they have, because they control a lot of the media. Those two dudes, one had Revolt. A lot of people know that they control a lot of stuff in the music business. One had a label. I'm gonna point stuff in more. Both got a label, but I'm talking about as far as like a Rock Nation. A lot of his enemies end up signing to him. Why? Because at that time it really wasn't a lot of record labels that would make sense for them dudes to sign to and get the attention and stuff, resources that they need. So they signed to him because he's in their class. And when I say class, I mean the year that they all came in together. They all came in around the same time into the game. They all signed to him. Why are they signing him? Because it's a power dynamic, again, like I said. So when we look at it, he's promoting financial freedom, financial independence, but really he's doing it so he can have control and say so over others, so that you can't do anything without going through him or this other dude. This is why I'm pointing out it's the difference between financial freedom and financial control. Most moguls, and it's not just them two, it's a bunch of other, white or black, it does not matter the race. That's why I bring up the Rockefellers and Rothschilds and all these other people that promote this financial freedom. They're really doing control so that nobody has a say-so, because when you buying up everything, or you have this many connections, or you have people afraid of you to speak up against you because you have a media outlet that most of them have to use to promote on, or you have a label that most of them have to go through you to even be promoted on, they can't go against you because they have to use you even if they don't like you. And this is what I mean by financial control. And then I'm going to bring in the art of war, because those are two dudes that use the art of war a lot and getting control over people. So, hey, how you doing? So when I say that, this is what I mean by financial control. So when they have these outlets that they have ownership on, or they have the media outlet, or they have a label, or they have all these things, it's very limited for where other people could go, because those dudes have mainly all the control in that type of entertainment space. So everything you say the wrong thing about them, you're gonna have to answer to them. You're gonna be blackmailed. You don't want to do anything that they don't want to do. They can have something on you where they use the bribery, because they have the financial control over that. And they can also manipulate people to be on their side, manipulate stories to go their way, or manipulate people to be blocked out, whatever the case is. But it's all a control factor. Even when it comes to the enemies, I just said that a lot of his enemies had to sign the Rock Nation. That's not a coincidence why Jadakiss, Fat Joe, all these people that he had problems with have to sign to him, because he knows that. Why do you think he want to start with having that Rock Nation label and all these other things? Because people know that they got to start these things up. So this is what I mean, that it's not about financial freedom. It's about financial control. And when you got financial control, everybody has to go through you. So they can't go to many different outlets. It's the same as Rockefellers, Rothschilds, when they buy up all these businesses, they buy up all these buildings, all these companies. Like I said, a lot of people that have ownership of companies, they're under the same people. They got different names of the companies, but it's under the same person that is running those companies. And why is that? So a lot of people out here, first of all, they can't buy it now because it's taken. Now the resources, they have to go through them, and all the money is going through them, even though it's under different names, but it's controlled by the same person. Do you see what I'm saying about financial control? So when you control all these things, that all deals with power, manipulation, bribery. This is why you hear stories about people bribing the cops, paying off judges, having judges working for them, because they know what this world is. This world is not about what you know, it's about who you know. Thank you, God. I almost forgot that. It's the reason why that quote exists and why people use that. Because that all deals with manipulation, bribery, and control, and blackmail. Thank you, God. Because I can know and have all the knowledge and everything in the world and be right. But if that person knows this person well and they had a good relationship, even though he know or she knows that person is crooked, but because of what they got going on under the table, or what they're paying them, or the relationship, or the connections, they're gonna go with them, even though they know I'm the one that's being wrong and done wrong unjustly, and there's no justice on my side. And that's what I mean by this world is not always about justice. This world is about who you know, not what you know. It's the reason why they say that. But that deals with the foul play that we see happening in the world. Because that means, all that means by it's not what you know, it's who you know. That means that, oh, I got a connection with this person, so they're going to look out because of this. It ain't got nothing to do with your expertise. If you're a good or a bad person, it's just because you know them. And we see that happen all the time. And this is why you're seeing a lot of things happening in the media. Why you think this person is under fire? I don't need to say the name, we all know. Because of, how you doing? Because of who they know. Why does certain stuff be swept under the rug for years? That's coming out now that these people knew was happening, because it's about who you know, not what you know, and the connections. And if they go against them, they know the connections he got could go against their connections. They could be blackmailed, they could be manipulated, they could be bribed. This is why people don't speak up against a lot of people that have power, that have financial freedom, but it's really financial control, but they promote it as financial freedom. These dudes buy up everything and get all these resources because they want to have that power dynamic, even over their enemies. There's a reason why the art of war is very relevant to this, because when you seize your enemy, that's another form of control, coming to your enemies as a friend, but you're really still a foe. So when we bring up examples about, oh, Jay paid Lil Wayne taxes, it looks like a genuine thing. It looks very noble. It appears that way in public, but that's not what's really going on. And this is why I'm saying a lot of times we get confused when somebody does something like that or anything good, and we're like, oh, they're not this person everybody said. They looked out for them. How many people gave you something in life, in your personal life? That's why I'm gonna ask you, how many people gave you a gift, money, anything, act like, oh yeah, it was a favor, but as soon as y'all not cool no more, as soon as y'all have a little argument or a little disagreement, they throw it right in your face. They go tell everybody. They go do all this. They hold it over your head. Some of our parents did that weren't moving correctly. They do something for you, act like it's something nice. Then when you go do the opposite, or something you want to do or something, or y'all get into it a little bit, they dangle it over your head. Oh, well, you could get out. Oh, well, I ain't going to give you no money for more. Oh, well, next time you want money for this, don't ask me. Ask your little friend. This is what I mean by financial control. So if people are doing that to us on a lower level, and I'm just saying lower level, not saying that those people at those spaces are better than us, because we're all equal, we believe the same thing. But I'm talking about on its levels. This is just on the everyday life level. People are doing that. Friends have done that to y'all, stabbed you in the back, act like they doing something nice for you, then just to use it against you later, just to have control over you. People in relationships then did that to us. So if they done did that to us on this level, what make you think that people up there that really get to taste more power and more financial gain and have people idolizing them, what do you think they doing it for? What you think they doing if people doing this to you on an everyday life level down here, on this level? So imagine what they're doing when it comes to bribery, manipulation, and blackmail control on that level when they're getting financial gain. They're not using it, and I'm not saying everybody in the industry, because there's some that don't use it for that. They actually want to help people. But a lot of those dudes that we see get into the millions and millions and the billions, black or white, they're promoting it like, yo, financial freedom. And then you have to watch their actions, because a lot of their actions does not show that they're doing that. A lot of their actions showing that they want to do foul stuff, have control of everybody, being able to pay for this, bribe this person off, manipulate that, block this person off, so nobody can do anything to them. And when you have financial control instead of financial freedom, you become on a level that you think you're untouchable, where you feel like that's the reason why they're doing it, because they want to be able to feel like they could do whatever they want. Nobody's going to do anything to them. They can say what they want. Why you think Trump talks the way he talks? Because he got financial control. He promotes it like, oh yeah, I got financial freedom and all this. No, he has financial control. And that's why he does and say whatever he wants. He even ran for the president, because like I said, money talks in this world. And unfortunately, this world has a lot of wickedness when it comes to that. But that's where the phrase comes from. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Because this world is about financial, monetary gain, and access. And if you have certain access connections, or just knowing people connections, you're going to go far in this world. And a lot of people get ahead of people that actually deserve that seat more than them, because of this very rule. So this is why I'm saying I have to explain the difference between financial independence and financial control. A lot of times these moguls, majority of them, are promoting like, yeah, we're doing this for this and that, and it's to inspire, and it's to help this and to give back. But when you look at their actions, the way they treat people, the things that they do to bribe people, to manipulate, to blackmail others, you start to learn very quickly, like, oh, they're doing this so they can have control over everything, so that everybody has to go through them. And this is where you see a lot of narcissists running a lot of empires, a lot of things in the world, because that's what those type of people have to do in order to have everybody go through them. That's a very big form of power and control. When you want everything to go through you, whether it's a media outlet, everybody has to go through you. Whether it's a label, everybody has to go through you. Whether it's products that you need, everybody has to go through you. Everything, no matter what name of the company, if it's all under that one person name, one umbrella, they're getting everything. So that means everybody, from people in their workspace to people in everyday life, they have to go through them. So I have to explain that, because a lot of times we see these people, it doesn't matter if you're black or white, it's just plenty of people doing it. Wickedness in your heart has nothing to do with your color. And we have to stop doing that too and learn that too. Wickedness has nothing to do with your color. Wickedness is in the man or woman's heart, in their soul. So it's going to come out regardless of race, anything. That's all dealing with you and your soul and your heart. Wickedness has nothing to do with the color of your race. Wickedness has something to do with your heart. So this is what I'm trying to say. We got to start paying attention to people's actions and stop listening to them when they saying they're doing it for this reason, that reason, because that's not the real reason. The reason why they're doing that is for financial control and have power. And when you get greedy, thank you, God, because greed is very big in this world, which a lot of them do, and this is why a lot of them get caught up eventually, because greed gets the best of everybody. Because you just can't just have enough for you. You just got to take from everybody. And that's every person's downfall when they start getting into the millions and the billions. So no matter what way you put it, we need to start paying attention to these things, because these things are very real. And this is why we're seeing a lot of this happen. And it's going to happen a lot more. How you doing? It's going to happen a lot more as time keeps going, especially during this season, Libra season, where there's justice. This is why you're seeing this a lot too. And it's other people that's getting their justice too right now, because of this dynamic has been going on for hundreds of years of people taking over everything just to have power over everybody. Not because they want to have financial freedom, not because they want to have generational wealth. It's because they want power over everybody. So we got to start paying attention to that, because that's not what they promote. They're not doing what they're promoting to the public. They're doing the opposite. So I'm just saying to pay attention to people and their actions, and to watch what dudes are doing through the actions, not what they're saying, because you'll see exactly where a man or a woman's heart is at through their actions, not through their words. So just keep that in mind as you keep watching more people getting exposed, more things coming to the forefront, and more justice being prevailed and being brought to the public. You're going to start realizing a lot of these dudes is not in it for financial independence and generational wealth. A lot of them is in it, so you have to go through them for everything, because they are very egotistical, very narcissistic, and they have a means of wanting power over everybody and being able to be unstoppable, and not just unstoppable, being untouchable. And that's where a lot of them fall when greed gets to your head, because nobody's untouchable in this world. Whether you got money, millions or billions, nobody's untouchable. And that's a harsh reality that a lot of these people face when they start touching this type of money, because they start thinking that they could do whatever they want to anybody, because nobody's going to do anything, because they bribe cops, they bribe judges, they bribe a whole lot of people in power, or they have connection to these people that sweep things under the rug for them because they have money, they have connections. So this is what these dudes is doing for, because these dudes got in these positions and understood that, like, oh, for me to do things that I know is out of pocket, I have to have this amount of money to be able to pay these people off, to be able to pay these people off, to clean my mess, be able to pay these. This is why people, a lot of those moguls want to get to the millions and billions, so they can have money to pay all people and clean up their mess, so they don't get caught, because they doing a lot of things that's not ethical. So we got to be realistic and start paying attention to that, because that's very real. So just keep that in mind. Most moguls, black or whites, or owners of companies, franchises, enterprises, whatever you want to call it, they're not getting to the millions and the billions because of the reasons that you think and they're promoting. It's because they're trying to have financial control, not financial independence or generational wealth. So just remember that. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love y'all always. Keep doing your thing. Stay focused, stay goal-oriented. Like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint or crawl, because life is that hard. Sometimes you can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing you can do is crawl to that destination sometimes. But like I always say, somehow, some way, we gotta make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all support. Like, subscribe to the channel, put your notifications on so you can see the future uploads for any future videos. And like I said, man, I always appreciate y'all for supporting, man. And yeah, just keep doing your thing. To the next topic, I'll catch y'all. Peace.